interested in providing education aid materials for children in crisis areas, starting with the children in IDP camps in Borno State. Thank you very much.
With profound humility, Your Excellency, from the land of Kogi State.
Yes.
My name is Mohammed Suley, the Labour Governor representing the good people of Kogi State. My pet project is Edu Compressed. It's an educational competition aimed at educational development.
Waste to wealth. Our environment is a condition in which we exist. But with the population of over 180 million Nigerians, we do not take care of the environment to the excess of it. Now, with Project Waste to Wealth, every waste you can imagine in Nigeria, farmers are going to it to create wealth for everyone in Nigeria. Thank you.
My name is G. I'm the founder. Thank you, sir. Well, honey, welcome back. We thought yesterday not to be, but let me shout to you. We always say, Rashida, Haji Rashida, Dr. Babu, be very happy. Welcome back. It's good to have you around. I see your pictures in the schools and it's good to see you face to face. I'm John Brooklyn, I'm a scholar at Labour representing our system, and my pet project is Pearls in Agriculture. It's an integrated farming system for children, whereby children have first-hand experience in agriculture, especially modern agriculture. You're welcome.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Labor Room Mansion. My name is Olubenga John Johnson. I am the Labor Room Governor for Ondo State. My pet project is called Ondokana Chocolate Factory and Cocoa Processing Plant. The idea is to use state resources to generate revenue for state development and eventually federal development. Thank you.
My name is Chile.
Welcome, Ma. Well, you Allah. I just wish our pioneer leader is here, a true leader, an exemplary leader. He has taken it upon himself to champion the movement out there. We have heard about you. Your name has turned to a national anthem in this mansion. You are very welcome, Ma. My name is Abubakar Sulaiman. I'm the Labour Room Governor representing Nasarawa State. And my pet project is Emergency CEO. It's a leadership and mentoring training for youth to make them self-reliant and most importantly, help them create more CEOs. You are very welcome.
My name is Prince Yusuf Nga, the Labour Room Governor of Kaduna State. And my pet project is Tagwai Foundation, an integrated charity foundation that has been running for the past 11 months. And we have been able to touch the aspect of hospitals. We reach out to patients that cannot be able to pay their bills, settle their bills, then go to rural areas and sensitize people on the importance of taking balanced diet. Then we reach out to women with vesico-vaginal fistula disease in fistula centers to educate them after the treatment, because some of them doesn't like going back to their respective homes due to they were rejected when they had the diseases and all of that. Then we later discovered that fistula disease was not only on early marriage, it was based on long-term duration in labor. So we have been educating people, and there have been facilities set for them that whenever they are 7 to 8 months old, pregnant, they will move them to the vicinity so that it will be easy for them to give birth in time. Then we are able to reach out to youth empowerment that in the aspect of ICT, and the women empowerment in the aspect of skill acquisitions, and reach out to cater for Almajiris in the state. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you my pet project, which I tagged the Dada Initiative. That's the Baby and Development Initiative. Crime and violence rate in Kaduna State and not much.
It means that the future will be beautiful for us and our one generation. It is the Finland to the Diary, the Labour government for the state. And my pet project is Hack and Real Women. Basically, we're interested in the mental, psychological, and emotional fitness of youth, teenagers in Ondo State and Nigeria.
You're welcome, our esteemed guests. Ma, if you ever need to empower women and youth, if you ever dreamed of placing job and at the same time money in the pocket, and at the same time satisfying the SDGs 1 to 4, eradication of extreme poverty, eradication of extreme hunger, and women empowerment in your land, you can come to me. I am Dr. Cesar Sylvester. I am known as the business doctor, the friend of students. My pet project is the Amen Project, alternative means for Nigerians. We hope to take over the alternative meat industry in Nigeria. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. You're welcome. Indeed, the face is the mirror from which you see that which is in heart. There is no doubt that Dr. Zeno is actually the father. Before I introduce myself, I want to appreciate you for how you supported and how you still support our colleague, Shamsuddin. I assure you that we have received such support from everywhere. The labor room will have been hard with the room. Yes. We appreciate you. Your name is like the national anthem. Everybody knows Dr. I'm happy to testify that. Actually happy for that. My name is Awan from Bombay State. Personal Development Project, Microscope, also known as Gators Lifetime. It's a platform created so that we can fish out the talent in our society, especially in the ghettos, the aspect of music, sports, and other arts. We tend to give them a platform to be covered by the media, so that other people will see into this talent, and people with talent will be able to make money, make very good use of that benefit of themselves. Thank you. The highest esteem for your personality, your office, the people you represent.
must confess that our natural bond, the way he calls humor, I wasn't expecting somebody so humor. Representing the big heart of this nation and the heart of the Nigeria, I am the Liberal Governor of the State. My name is Ushiri, and the title of my passion, my pet development project, is LRG 900. L stands for Leadership Trade for the Next Generation of Nigerian Entrepreneurs. R stands for Rural Women Processing and Packaging Partnership, Rural Women Entrepreneurship. And G stands for Grassroots Sports Development, targeted at the Olympics, water games, and together. The Liberal Governor of the State, LRG 900. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Your Excellency. From the nature's gift to the nation, Taraba State, my name is Jibbar, the Labour Room Governor representing Taraba State. And my pet project is called the SMT 100, a tourism project, meaning see my Taraba 100%. The pet project targeted in exploring and showcasing the tourism potentials of Taraba State to the world. You're welcome.
Your Excellencies, Mommy is successful, true or false? True. Now, anywhere you see a successful man or woman in Nigeria, check the history. She's from Zamfara State. With profound humility, the First Lady of Kebbi State, at the same time, the First Lady from Zamfara State. My name is Ambassador Nure Isaguso, the Labour Room Governor of Zamfara State. And my personal development project is Goso Feed Project. It's about agriculture, processing soybeans through value chain addition. You're most welcome.
Everybody said something about something. I don't think I will say something because it's good to hear it from the other people, not even me, because Shamsu is my best friend and we are in the same bed in this nation. So no need of me mentioning some things. But Shamsu is very intelligent and you know that. My name is Nafi Bello Musampachi, the Labour Room Governor representing Sokoto State. My personal development project is the life of Almaji. It's a possible solution to street begging. Due to the time factor, I won't be able to explain more details, but maybe outside the world. Though I will take Shamsu, will follow me to my mom, Hajia Maria Aminu Mizili Kambwa, and definitely I will know I will meet his mom.
You're welcome, Mom. I am February Bashir Ate and I'm presenting Cross River State. Shams calls me, I'm your namesake. So I just want to say I'm really happy to see you. You look very beautiful, elegant. And my pet project is all about literacy and skill acquisition, empowering youth, women and children with knowledge and skill.
You're welcome to our Mr. Man. My name is Jao Lucy Oluwaseun Solomon, the Labour Room Governor for Ekiti State. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the Ekiti State Agro-Edu Initiative with a focus to place a frame for the globalization of agriculture in Nigeria. And on my long-term projection, the establishment of the National ICT Industrial Park in our state to place a frame for digital regulation, which is a new crude oil. Thank you so much.
From Johnson State, you're welcome back. My name is also Joy Chinato, and I'm the Labour Governor for Abia State. My pet project is called the New Aba Empire. As a fashion designer and a model, I intend to showcase Aba made products to the world. You're welcome.
It's nice having you around, Ma. Today is marrying my daughter. So I am the future in-law. From the cradle of Yoruba land. My name is Temitope Afishola William. and my pet project is Nigeria Agritourism Festival. Imagine whereby we come to Kebbi State during your agri festival. We package all the fish for the purpose of processing it, preserving, and package it to meet international standards. You are welcome to our
From the salt of the nation, the state that adds taste to the nation, standing on the already established Samsudin's English with profound humility, I must say that it goes without saying that you're very smart, vibrant, intelligent, and wonderful, good-looking mother. He has said a lot about you, and I've looked forward to seeing you, and thank God you're here today. I am the founder of AbleNet Entrepreneur Hub, creating an enabling environment to the dreams of every Nigerian youth. And to say that 70% of Nigerian population is made up of youth. Imagine where 30% of these youths are entrepreneurs. Mommy, once again, I welcome you to our Solution Jury Mansion. You're welcome.
Your Excellency, you're most welcome. From the state of Harmony, Kwara State, I'm going to the region. Two of my colleagues here actually spoke about education. It tells us that education cannot be overemphasized or overlooked in Nigeria. My project is tagged Project National Values, a possible permanent solution in helping save our education sector from the intensive care units she's found ourselves today. It's a goal called corporate civic social responsibility of our system units. You're most welcome.
Shamsuddin spoke so much about you that I began to ask him, when is she going to come to the mansion? And he assured me that very, very soon that she will be here, our mother is going to be here. From the Eastern Heartland, my name is Onyekwe Godwin Onwachukwuneke. I am the Labour Room Governor for Imo State. I dream of Nigeria running an intellectual economy where the next billion-dollar startup like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Uber comes from the creativity of her citizens. Because of this, as an ICT professional, my personal development project is the Imo Innovative Hub. It's like the Silicon Valley in Imo State, where we train a minimum of 1,000 youths in Imo State and equipping them with digital skills. We're also partnering with a Made in Nigeria freelancing platform with the capacity of employing 10 million people with or without certificate. It's called 234work.com. You're welcome to our solution-driven mansion. Yes, and this is the Labour governors from the 36 states. Although some of us are not here, they are continuing the travel outside the mansion. We're carefully selected from our states after a series of tests and audition. Here we have professionals in various fields. We have engineers, we have accountants, we have linguists, we have doctors. And we have been in this mansion for 52 days, brainstorming day and night with your son, Sam, today, to give birth to a brand new super nation. It's a pleasure having you here, and would love to hear from you more. Thank you.
Lost for words, but I'm actually lost for words this afternoon. Thank you very much for having me. I'm overwhelmed by all the fantastic ideas that came through in that very brief introduction. I'm sure if we had some more time, I would be able to really get into the details of each and every one of your projects. When I was coming in, they said to me in the control room that, oh, you're going to be there for long. I'm like, no, what are we going to talk about for 30 minutes for so long? Now I can see why people spend 2 hours and above in here. You're an amazing group, and I'm really, really happy to note that you are all very vibrant, intelligent Nigerians, and the face that we want to see, how we want to see our country looking like. I know that you have sacrificed a lot to be in here. It's not easy to stay cooped up in one place for so long, 52 days, and it's going to continue for how many more? supposed to be 60 days, so you're in here for, so the worst part is over, and I hope that you have all learned very important lessons. I don't know how this works. How do we interact next?
Okay. First, if you have maybe words of encouragement, or maybe contribution to one thing or the other, or any area you want to
focus on,
or
okay,
draw a perspective.
Okay.
Then after
Okay.
that, my spokesperson,
Yeah.
the one governor from the state will take questions.
Okay.
And I also have my secretary here.
Okay.
That is the governor from Kwara State and the chairman of the executive council.
Right now. Okay, you're going to be the last one then, I'm sure. Well, like I said, it's very encouraging to see that you're all putting in your time and you've obviously thought about your various projects. I made a list of all the projects that are in here, and it's really quite expansive. It's expansive because it covers all the needs that we have in our country as a developing nation, as a growing economy, and it's obvious that you have put thought into it and you are aware of the environment. We've spoken about every aspect of development here: health, education, skills acquisition, empowerment, everything that we need to, things that we need to do, alternative energy, digital startups. These are all the way forward if we're going to make progress as a nation. You have started well by coming in here and you have the right mentorship, you have the people that are helping you. And I hope that you'll be able to take your projects further, whether or not you win this actual program that is going on now. You have these ideas, don't let them die off. It doesn't matter if you emerge if you're the one that emerges the actual winner or not. All of you in here are winners because you've been able to start your dreams, you've been able to put them together. By coming in here, you've had help with assessing your various business plans. I met some of the people helping you downstairs, and you should be able to take it to the next level. You've had the exposure that you need. You are now bankable in a way. If you have certain contacts that you'll be able to work on. Nothing in life is easy. It's not. I don't know how many of you are gainfully employed and how many are not, or if this is a product of you want to do something outside your own comfort zone. But whatever it is, please don't give up on it. Try and see it through. There are amazing ideas. I don't want to pick on anybody's zone in particular, but there are some things that have struck in my head that I think are simply fantastic, and I can't wait to hear some more about it. But we'll wait until we're out of here. But I think that you have to keep working at it. That's the most important thing. It's not going to be easy, but you must continue to work hard on it, and it will succeed. I come from a very diverse background, and people always wonder why I do this or how we're able to do that. But it's all about taking the opportunity whenever it comes and taking whatever you're able to do to the next level. We do a lot of, I'm sure you've all heard about my health programs and Medicaid Cancer Foundation. But the Medicaid Cancer Foundation is in a way an accidental foundation. I'm a pediatrician, which means I'm a children's doctor. But I responded to the needs of the mothers that bring in the children to see me. And in the whole diagnostic center was set up as a response of need. So each time we respond, we come up with something else, and if we're able to see through, then we win, and everybody is happy, and the people that need it get what they need. The foundation, we've been in existence for about 8 years now, and each year we grow to focus on different things. We started with simple awareness. We're talking to people about their health, about their lifestyle, about how to avoid cancer. Then we're doing diagnosis, then we're doing treatment. And this year you've been in here, so I don't know how much you know about October. Do you know what month we're in? It's October. It's November now. October is just over, and for some of you might know that October is a month where the foundation does a lot in terms of awareness and everything that we do, and that's when we do our major fundraisers. And this year we responded to a need, which was data. That we find that more and more people are more aware, but we don't have actual numbers of how well are we doing? What is the actual number of people in Nigeria that have cancer? Cancer of the breast, cancer of the prostate. Our statistics are poor. It's not just in cancer, it's across board. And it's not just in Nigeria, it's across developing countries. And there are various reasons for that. But there are simple things that we can do to make it better. In cancer, for instance, all we need is a registry where we'll be able to record the number of cases that come through the doors of a PHC, the hospital, and so on. You can even pick the ones in the community. People have different ways of diagnosing or calling cancer. So what we did this year was to focus on that aspect of it. And it's growing. We're growing from talking about it and telling women to check their breasts to looking out there at the world at how we can get more funding, how we can get more resources. Because without data, then as far as the world is concerned, it doesn't exist. And if it doesn't exist, we're not going to get the help that we need to sort it out. So it's growth and we're responding to needs. So I want you to borrow from that and look at everything as doable. I work with a fantastic team of young people. I mean, they might actually be surprised to hear me say this, but everybody has his own gifts and what they bring into the team and how we can all work together. And we achieve so much. We're able to achieve a lot. So I hope that that team spirit that I can see here in you, and I know that you've been able to work and build on in the last 3 months that you've been here, will keep growing in your own individual exploits by the time you leave here and you're able to work harder on them. So I won't bore you with my stories, but I want you to please work hard, work at your ideas. Don't give up. When you leave here, reach out. There's a wealth of people out there that are ready to help you, that can help you. And it's just about being persevering and taking your dreams to the next level. So thank you. I will.
Hi, the floor is now open for questions. We'll start with Labour Governor for Sokoto State.
Because we all know that the word Al-Majri is a word from Arabic, it's the Arabic word, and it means someone who leaves his village or city in search of Islamic knowledge, but they used to abuse it. Some of the parents send their children to the cities in search of the knowledge, but they are not sending them with food, clothing, or health facilities. So they start begging food and money on the street. So what is your effort? Have you been making effort in terms of eradicating Al-Majri or street begging? That's what I want to do. And secondly is this Green Centenary Code. I don't know how will you take it and what is your inspiration about it?
I think that will be all questions. I think we are so happy to see our mother that we don't even have any questions. But finally, just as I said, we have the Green Century Code.
Okay.
And for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we are having the Green Century Code, which is a 100-year development plan. So for the first time Nigeria has a direction. It's not about leaders coming to tell us what they want to do. It's not left for them to do what the people want them to do, but just try to convince us how they intend to achieve it. With that, you have different administrations coming in. They will not come with their different plans. All the leaders would together work to build the Nigeria of our collective dream. And from all the guests that come, of course, we get their own level of involvement as the Green Century Code on how to help us to ensure that it is being implemented.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought so. iPhone. Oh yeah, I have one. You know, iPhone. Right. My son from Sokoto, Al-Majri. The whole issue of Al-Majri is a big problem for us, particularly in northern Nigeria, and it's a function of poverty as far as most of us are concerned, and weak educational system. if we're able to somehow, my husband, the governor, always is a strong advocate of merging the two educational streams, that is the conventional Western education and Islamic education. If we're able to merge it properly and have institutions like UBEC take it up, then we might start to see a decline in it. The reason why it is such a problem is because, unlike Western education, it's not regulated. There have been various efforts made, but it is still a homegrown and very anecdotal thing. You can just be in Maiduguri and you take your child to Sokoto to go and learn because you hear there is a good malam there that will look after him. But then, of course, it comes about because you don't have the resources to be feeding the child or to send them to school all the time. And it grows with generations. If you think like that, it's because you were brought up to think like that. And then that child that you're sending away has a good chance of thinking like that and not seeing anything wrong in sending his own. So it keeps on multiplying. What do we do? Personally, I focus more on the women and the mothers because that's, like I explained, it's a function of a poor society and poor education. And even though I come from a health background, a lot of my work is in education. Even in health, all we're doing is educating them. Without education, we cannot get our anything right. It's just the basis of any form of development. For us to be able to grow as a nation, to get the women empowered, yes, we can empower women. We can keep on buying them sewing machines and so on, and they will just be sewing whatever they can sew and, you know, teaching them how to knit and so on. But they won't go past that level if they don't have that basic education. So I think education is a very, very important aspect. And those of you that are focusing on it, your foundations with children in particular, it's a very good idea, and you should please see that through. So what we do is we educate people. All our health outreaches is about education. I'm off to Kebbi tomorrow to start an outreach, a sensitization on measles. The whole country is currently going through an immunization, the measles vaccination campaign. Nigeria is one of the countries, is the highest contributor of deaths, childhood deaths from measles in the world, followed by India. And the reason is because we have over 3.5 million children that are not vaccinated. The vaccines are there. I personally don't believe people don't take it up. But one of the reasons that is preferred is that people don't take it up because of different religious and superstitious beliefs, and they just don't want to go and take the free vaccines. It's very easy for me to get people out, so maybe that's why I don't believe it. I know that if I walk into any village, any local government area, and speak to the traditional leader, speak to the religious leader, the women come out with their children, the men bring them, and they get the vaccinations. So what we're doing is we're educating them. So we educate them about keeping your child at home, sending your child to school. Don't send them on Almajiri journeys and so on. And the state government has done a lot. We just support them, but the state government does a lot on its own. Some of the states in the north have got the Arabic board that tries to regulate them, but they're very difficult to regulate. About last year, I got a report of a new phenomenon of girl-child Almajiri right there in Kebbi. It was really worrying to us. And before you know it, I had all sorts of big malams calling, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, Ministry of Women Affairs, everybody was on the case. We were able to solve that, but we don't know how many more are there. And it took a lot of political maneuvering and gentle and, you know, looking out what is right. When we went to visit the place, it definitely wasn't somewhere that you want to send your daughter to. But it was existing right there under our nose in Kebbi. So we were able to stop that particular one. But later on, I heard of reports from Niger and so on. We don't know how many more are existing out there. It's a big issue, and I agree that we have to address it more as a nation and as a group and as a team, as opposed to individual pockets. I know there are a lot of foundations that are doing a lot of work on Almajiran now, but the issue is education. We just have to focus on education and try and get rid of it. Right, this plan, I must say I haven't read one by one in detail, but it's a very good idea, and I hope that you'll be able to get the advocacy that it needs behind it. I know that it's been on for some time, and hopefully you will get it heard by the people that matter, and you know, the team has come up with it, yeah? So it's still in the draft. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, so it's empty actually. Ah, I see. Yes, it's a good idea, but I will urge you to think outside the box, think sustainable, think in our own homegrown solutions and ways in which we can find solutions. We sometimes get boxed into thinking as partners want us to think, or as the leaders want us to think, but we're the ones on ground and we're the ones that know what we have. And as leaders of your individual states, then you should have a pretty good idea of the culture of the people that where you come from. It's so important. We're talking about immunization a minute ago. One of the reasons it fails is because we don't contextualize it and put it in a perspective that people will understand. The poster that I make for a woman in Kebbi to encourage her to bring her child for immunization is totally different from the one that I will make for a woman in Abia State. You know, it's different. What is going to attract her, it will be different. So we need to, it's such a heterogeneous country with so many different cultures and, you know, languages that we cannot have one uniform solution. It has to be sort of more diverse, so that each and every group can be catered for, just like you are here. There's a wide group of you. There's male, there's female, there are Muslims, there are Christians, and different beliefs. So I hope you will put that in thoughts here. It's very important. I hope so. Okay.
Truly, when you build a woman, you build a nation. And according to Shamsuddin Magadi, Her Excellency is a woman not only of timber and caliber, but that has a spine of steel. Let's put our hands together for. Thank you. Thank you very much. And talk like Shamsuddin as well, I want to initiate a little bit of PR. Because something PR here. As we are here, we would love to work with you outside the mansion. Our personal pet projects, we would love to partner with you when we are out. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you so much. Before we would like to have our creed, just before we leave.
So do we all start? So I hope you'll all come to Kebbi.
Yes, of course.
Once you come out. Okay.
The labor room created after the count of 2. 1, 2.
I stand in the sacred gates of time, shoulder to shoulder with my kind and breed. We share a common burden and promise. The travail has started. My water is broken. Something is coming. A superior nation is breaking out. The world is anxiously waiting, and I am the carrier. I must release this precious seed inside of me. The memories of yesterday will not stop me. The pains and shame of today will not define me. My womb is the carrier of the future. Few days from now, my baby will cry in freedom. I shall give to the world a brand new super nation. This is my calling. It is too late to stop me. For by God and my kind, this will surely be. Push!
Super Tati Sabu!
Push!
Super Tati Sabu!
Push!
Super Tati Sabu!
Push!
Fantastic. Well done. Yes, yes. Oh, I sit? I sit for picture? Okay, it's better.
That would be nice.
Well done. God, so how do you survive in here? And you cook yourselves, I'm told, everything. Well, you make sure the men cook as well.
Yes.
Good. Yes. Can they cook?
Super 7.
Push!
Did I get that?
Yes.
Well done. So I look forward to seeing you in Kebbi. Oh, I'm still sitting.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's happening?
Okay. One more picture.
Is everyone showing properly? No. There's some people here.
Okay, just, you could bend into that.
Come in. You come in. No, she's fine. She's been seen. Come in. So the medical team are here with little goodies for you.
Let's have a picture with them and all that.
Okay, we didn't do that. I'd rather stand, really. It's nice. These are some of the team I mentioned.
Just pick one and we'll take a picture. Yeah, just take one.
Okay, what's our motor now, folks? Okay. Surya, I don't think we brought up the 37 folks. Ah, okay. So we'll send some more. Okay, come stand.
So let's see that.
Hey, Basi. Oh, mine. Sena Saula. But Sena Saula, bye. No, but Sena Saula, no, but that's Saula.
Yeah, some have t-shirts, some have caps.
Let's see that again.
Dr. Aminu, we need a super Surya. Oh, sit again. No, it's fine.
No, I haven't got one.
If we don't have enough, we'll send someone.
Super 37. Push.
So we didn't talk about being cancer aware. I hope you all know. You didn't bring them reading material. That's all they can do while they're in here. You have just small flyers. Okay. So read up about it. The women, do you perform your breast checks every month? No. So when you're all out, you come to Medicaid and we'll give you all a free scan and mammo and stuff. And the men, you just need to be healthy, eat well, exercise, do what you're supposed to do, and you'll be fine. By the time you're 40, then you start going for screening as well. I'm sure there is no 40-year-old here. For women, we advocate a bit earlier to be, right from secondary school, be breast aware. No, I'm fine. No, not really. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope to see you soon. Please, as soon as you come out, we'll talk to your team, and I hope to see you all soon in Kebbi and such places. In other Zamfara, you can't go out with me. You can't go out with me, unfortunately. Okay. When you come, inshallah, Shamsu, you're all invited, please, when you come out. Yes. Yes, please be our ambassadors in your state. I'm particularly interested in Abia. I'm sorry to pick, but I like that idea of made in Nigeria that is coming from there, and the fact that they've done so much, and we're now trying to. I know your state government is doing a lot of that as well, trying to do a lot more. My friend from Kaduna, how are you? You're enjoying it.
So when we leave the mansion, we're looking forward to be officially branded as your
Yes,
ambassador.
yes, please. We'll do that. We'll arrange something. Dr. Surya is in control. Right, bye-bye, guys. Take care.
So far. This is Jota.
Is she taking more than she can?
Mine has not.
Okay.
I
think we're done with this section, and I'll try to speak to the council to know if our pitching, if there's any grace that can be given, because we've not had time to really work on that. So I think that will be all for now. If there's any further instruction, of course, just be alert so that you can still come back. Thank you very much.
There's just time there. There's just time 10. Let me see.
Chairman.
You come from?
Where you sugar butter?
No, right.
Yes. Business model canvas.
Is that the way you
We don't like it.
no respect.
Can you imagine? But if you have letters you want to send out, please. Bring them. You have letters you want to send out. I've sent those ones.
Somebody must take this country. I'm sorry, bro. Yes, of Africa, of Nigeria, of the black race. Picture one, brother.